Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Little by little more information and details obviously trickle down to us, the little people of the world, and we can assess better what happened with the counteroffensive and what happened with the Russian army there. I don't know if it was a tactical mistake or it was, lack of weapons or lack of fires, infantry. And we find here in this article that at least one of these issues that I mentioned was a factor, a determining factor in the successful counteroffensive of the Ukrainian forces. So this article comes from Republic World from today, actually, there is the 13th of September 2022, and this is the title: Ukrainian soldiers outnumbered Russian troops 8-1. Kherson counterattack. A top Moscow official acknowledged that Ukrainian forces outnumbered Russia's soldiers by 8-1 in last week counterattack in Kharkiv region. 8-1. In a major blow to Russia, a top Moscow official acknowledged that Ukrainian forces outnumbered Russians by 8-1 in last week's counterattack in the Kharkiv region, BBC reported. According to the reports, the critical remarks came from Vitaly Ganchev, a Russian installed official in Ukraine's Kharkiv region, while speaking to the state-owned Rossiya 24 television channel. He admitted that the Ukrainian forces have been performing well in the battleground and said that they have captured several regions in the north, once captured by Russia in March. He said more than 5,000 civilians were also evacuated to Moscow. The situation is becoming more difficult by the hour, Ganchev said. Well, I don't know if this guy tells the truth or not. According to him, 8-1. Now, another thing that I would like to point out is this guy's ability to speak freely. I thought that Putin will hang each and every person who dissents or who doesn't like the party line, but it seems that happens only in Ukraine, where another guy was arrested and again detained with a former, I think, Kherson security chief or something like that. He was fired about a month ago and now he was detained on charges of treason. So it seems like they're just settling scores in Ukraine very well, so nobody can have a different opinion. I don't know if that guy had or not, but too many arrests with the charges of treason, like Stalin's with his purges, if you remember. And somehow the Russians can say critical things, and so the Russians can speak freely, but the Ukrainians are all accused of treason somehow. But no Russian was accused of treason so far, as I didn't hear the Ukrainians blaming anything or saying, hey, the Russians arrested this or that for treason. But the Ukrainians have tons of people who I think settle scores. The same had been confirmed by the Russian Defense Ministry on Sunday, where it published a map exhibiting how their forces have abandoned most of the Kharkiv region. However, in Kherson region, the ministry claimed there were no threats from the Ukrainian army, and I'm quoting, "In Kherson, there is no panic," the ministry claimed in a telegram posted on Sunday. Moreover, a US-based Institute for the Study of War claimed Ukrainian forces were also making progress in the Kherson region. The report said Zelensky forces were now closer to Kherson city. Well, wait, give it a little bit, give it some time a little bit, because you don't know, maybe this is, just the last attempt, and then what? Because you can focus, the last, I don't know how to put it. When you are in a fight, either in a competition or a real fight, let's say you get to that point where you get tired, instead of punching or hitting like baby, you just try to gather your energy, and when you punch one time as hard as you can, and after that you need about 20 minutes to recover, and then again another one. Look at the boxers, the same. If they get to the UFC fighters or MMA or Kyokushin karate, full contact I'm talking about, if they get to the point where they exhausted, they're not like tick 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 tick. No, they just don't do anything, just block block block, and then they try one, and then after that they're again done with energy, just block block block, or stay over there, rope a dope, or whatever they do, and then again. So maybe this was one of that thing for Ukrainians, the last blow. But that blow goes, and then he loses, power, and then what? Yeah, you were 8-1 at this particular point. But what about the rest? Because in order to be 8-1 here, it means you have to withdraw from there, get gathered, and focus it on one point. So that means you're weaker on the other side, on the flanks. Now the Russians, okay, you punch, you go, but little by little, your 8-1 is going to be 7-1, it's going to be 6-1, it's going to be, and so on, because you advance, and it's harder to advance than to defend. We all know that, right? So by the end, all these things is going to just stop somewhere, and then it stops. You depleted all your energy, all your forces, and over there already depleted. So then what? Now, if the Russians have the capability to, kind of hold the front on this little thing, or let them just lose its momentum, then if they have infantry and they have troops, then they could push, and I think everything was going to fall like that, because there's nothing behind. But I don't know. Obviously, I don't know any numbers over there, who's got how many and what else they have. So in Telegram post, it says here that Putin's closest ally criticizes Russian forces. Yeah, that's Ramzan Kadyrov, who said that if things don't go okay in 2 days, he's gonna go and straighten things out in Moscow. He said that it was unacceptable for the military leadership to make such an error. He said, I'm not an expert, but still I don't think that's right what happened, blah 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 blah. And he said, I'm gonna go and talk to Putin and say, hey buddy, what's going on here? Put me in charge over there, and you're gonna wash your boots in the Atlantic Ocean by Lisbon. Well, 8-1, huh? That's a big difference. They must have been studying the points where they can do this counteroffensive, and probably that was a weak point. That's why they got 8-1. Otherwise, maybe might have been 8-6, 8-4, maybe 1-1. But the reality is that they succeeded in this one. See how long it will take them to continue. I don't think they will have reserves, but we'll see. And winter is coming, so we'll find out. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.